Hello students, today we are going to start with lesson number 3, Life Processes in Living Organisms Part 2, Standard 10, Maharashtra Board, and myself Mrs. Prachi Surtikar will explain you the life processes in living organisms Part 2. In this lesson, we are going to cover the subtopics like reproduction, asexual and sexual reproduction, reproduction and modern technology, reproductive health, population explosion. In this video, we are going to cover the asexual reproduction. Before we start, please like, subscribe and press the bell icon so that whenever any new video is uploaded, you will get the notification of that. So let us start with the first concept of this lesson, reproduction. Reproduction is the formation of new organism of same species by earlier existing organism is called reproduction. So reproduction is the process in which new individual is produced from the parent individuals. Parent individual can be single or can be double like male parent, female parent. So this parent give rise to the new offspring or new child. This is called as the reproduction. So in scientific language, reproduction can be called as formation of new organisms of same species by earlier existing organisms is called as reproduction. This reproduction is responsible for evolution of each species. You have studied in lesson number 1 the evolution of human, how it occurs. So this evolution of any species can be occurred due to the reproduction only. The methods of reproduction. There are two methods of reproduction, asexual reproduction and sexual reproduction. Out of that, now we are going to cover the first type of method, which is asexual reproduction. So asexual reproduction, the process of formation of new organism by an organism of same species without involvement of gametes is called as asexual reproduction. Here, as I said, that reproduction is the process in which new individual is produced from the parent individual. So here the new individual or the new organism is produced, but there is not involvement of the gametes. We have studied that there are two types of gametes, male gametes and female gametes. So such gametes are absent in case of asexual reproduction. So this is very important word of this definition, that is without involvement of gametes. So asexual reproduction is the process in which the new organisms are formed by the existing organism, but there is no involvement of gametes. The new organism has exact genetic similarity with reproducing organism. So as only single organism or single parent is present in this type of reproduction, the new individual which is produced, that will be exact carbon copy of the parent or of the existing organism from which that new organism is generated. So this new organism has genetic similarity with the reproducing organism. This is uniparental reproduction and it occurs by mitotic cell division. Uniparental means single parent is present, and due to the mitosis, this type of asexual reproduction occur. Absence of genetic recombination is a drawback. So as the new individual will have the exact similar genes of the existing parent individual, so there will not be any type of recombination or the changes in the gene sequences. So there is total absence of genetic recombination. Fast process is the advantage of this reproductive method. Sexual reproduction takes a long time for giving rise to the new baby or the new individual, but a sexual type of reproduction is a very fast process. So within a small amount of time, the individual can give rise to the new individual. This asexual reproduction is of two types, or this asexual reproduction occurs in two ways. So first way is asexual reproduction in unicellular organisms and asexual reproduction in multicellular organisms. I'm giving you the overview of asexual reproduction. This is very important because this question is asked in the exercise also, that describe the asexual reproduction in detail. So here you will find the answer of this question. So asexual reproduction occurs by two modes. Asexual reproduction in unicellular organism. What are unicellular organism? The organism who are having only single cell in their body are called as unicellular organism. And asexual reproduction occurs in multicellular organism. The organisms who are having many cells in their body are multicellular organisms. So these are the two modes. Now suppose if the asexual reproduction occurs in unicellular organisms, it occurs by following these three major steps. First one is binary fission, which is observed in case of amoeba, euglena, paramecium. Second is multiple fission, which is again observed in case of amoeba. And third is budding. Here the yeast cell is the cell which perform the budding. So these are the three steps that occur under the asexual reproduction in unicellular organisms. So now we will look towards the asexual reproduction in multicellular organism. So this asexual reproduction in multicellular organisms occurs through four steps. The first is fragmentation, which occurs in Spirogyra. Second is regeneration, which occurs in Planaria. Third is budding, which occurs in Hydra. Here is also budding process, but this type of budding occurs in unicellular cell yeast, and this type of budding occurs in multicellular cell Hydra. And vegetative propagation. So these are the various steps that comes under these two modes of asexual reproduction. So let us start with the asexual reproduction in unicellular organism. So the first is binary fission. So this type of binary fission, mostly it is observed in bacteria or amoebas, parameciums, euglenas, and eukaryotic cell organelles, even like mitochondria, chondria, chloroplast. They can also perform the asexual reproduction by binary fission. Now what happens in this process? In this process, the cell divides into two daughter cells. One cell divides into two daughter cells. You can see over here, the two daughter cells are produced from this one cell. This binary fission occurs either by mitosis or amitosis. Whenever favorable conditions occur, like they are having enough amount of food, enough amount of water, at that time these cells, these parent cell divide its nuclei. The two nuclei get formed and then cytoplasm get divided, and hence from one parent cell the two daughter cells are formed. This is called as the binary fission. Now there are various types of binary fission. The first is simple binary fission. In case of simple binary fission, this fission mostly occurs in case of amoeba. So, amoeba continuously changes its shape. That is why this amoeba is not having a certain shape, and hence the axis of fission or the axis of division is different. And that is why amoeba can divide in any plane. What is plane? Suppose this is a center. So if I draw the line like this will be vertical plane. This will be horizontal plane. So amoeba can divide through any plane, vertical plane, horizontal plane. So in this way, amoeba can divide in any plane due to its shape, and this is called as the simple binary fission, where the axis is not pre-decided, the axis is not specified, the organism can divide through any plane, and that is why it is simple binary fission. Paramecium divides by transverse binary fission. Now what is transverse binary fission? Transverse means horizontal axis. Suppose this is a paramecium. Its horizontal axis is in this direction. So the paramecium starts to divide into two cells along its horizontal axis, and after the complete growth of these two dividing paramecium, those paramecium get divided through its horizontal axis and two new daughter paramecium are produced. So in this way, the transverse binary fission occurs in paramecium. What is meant by transverse? There is a horizontal axis. So paramecium divides along its horizontal axis, hence it performs the transverse binary fission. Next is longitudinal binary fission. Euglena divides by longitudinal binary fission. Now what is longitudinal? Longitudinal is nothing but the vertical axis. If any organism divides through its vertical axis, then it is called as longitudinal binary fission. This is Euglena. When this Euglena wants to divide, here you can see it will have flagella-like structure, and it will duplicate its all organism. Here you can see the duplication of his organisms. After the duplication of his organism, he starts to form a cleavage along its vertical axis, and at this cleavage these euglenas get separated at its vertical axis, and from one parent two new euglenas, two daughter euglenas are produced. So in this way Euglena divides by longitudinal binary fission. What is longitudinal binary fission? The dividing of parent cell into two daughter cell by its vertical axis is called as longitudinal binary fission. The next is multiple fission. The second type of asexual reproduction in unicellular organism is multiple fission. This multiple fission is performed by amoeba or other protist. This amoeba stops the formation of pseudopodia and thereby movement whenever there is a lack of food or any other type of adverse condition. What are adverse conditions? Adverse condition means scarcity of food, scarcity of water, sudden climatic changes. All these are the adverse conditions. In such adverse conditions, amoeba is not able to survive. So, in this condition, amoeba stops the formation of its pseudopodia. Pseudopodia are the false legs that the amoeba is having. So that pseudopodia formation gets stopped, and all movements of the amoeba get stopped because of the adverse condition. Now when such adverse condition occur and when these amoeba stop its complete movement, it converts its outer covering plasma membrane into the cyst-like structure, and inside that cyst-like structure many nuclei are formed by repeated nuclear division in the cyst and the cytoplasmic division. So thus many amoebules are formed. They remain encysted till there are adverse conditions. Cyst breaks open on arrival of favorable condition and many amoebulae are released. See, this is amoeba. Here you can see one amoeba. If this amoeba faced to the adverse condition, it will stop the production of the pseudopodia, it will stop its movement. and if it stops its movement, it will form such cyst-like structure. So this amoeba will form its cyst-like structure, the outer tough covering around its body. Once this cyst-like structure is formed, inside this cyst, amoeba starts to replicate. So from one amoeba, many amoebas get created in this cyst only. So these are the small amoebules. Inside these cysts, these are the small amoebules. And then when again the favorable conditions occur, the cyst get broken and all the amoebules come out. So in this way, from one amoeba, multiple amoebas are produced. This is called as the multiple fission. Next is budding. This budding, in case of unicellular cells, this budding occurs in yeast cell. So here, yeast cell get converted, or yeast cell produces the daughter cells, daughter yeast cells. This is called as the budding process. Now what is budding? This is the parent cell. This is the parent yeast cell. Now after slowly this body starts to show the outgrowth. The parent yeast cell's body starts to show the outgrowth or the bulge-like structure. You can see this bulge. This is the main parent body and the bulge-like structure is formed. Then from this bulge-like structure, the new bud is produced. This is the new bud. And then that bud gets separated and you can see the yeast cell and its bud. And so many buds are produced and the daughter yeast cells are produced. So in this way, from one parent cell of the yeast, so many daughter yeast cells are formed. So this is called as the budding process which occurs in the yeast. The second mode of asexual reproduction is asexual reproduction in multicellular organism. So the first type is fragmentation. This type of reproduction mostly occurs in case of the spirogyra. What happens in this reproduction? The parent organism breaks up into many fragments. This is the parent organism. This spirogyra is the parent organism. Now you can see a small line over here. So this parent organism get broken down and you can see the two new organisms that are produced over here. So fragments means pieces, small pieces. So from one parent, the small pieces or the independent pieces get created and they starts to live independently. This type of asexual reproduction is called as the fragments. So in fragmentation, the one parent organism form the fragments and the two or more daughter cells are produced. So this type of reproduction occurs mostly in spirogyra and sponges like Cycon. Now second is regeneration. What is regeneration? In this regeneration, body parts who are get broken down, that each broken part starts to regenerate and the new individual is this occurs mostly in case of the planaria. So now this is the planaria's body. This is the structure of the planaria. Now if you observe, this planaria get cut at this place. Now you will see only this much. Only this much body is available with this planaria. But slowly he will regenerate his body, and from that half part of the planaria again the new planaria is produced. So the body parts which get broken down, they again starts to regenerate and the new individual is formed due to this process. This type of regeneration you can also observe in wall lizards. So if the tail of that wall lizard get broken down, this wall lizard will regenerate its tail again. So in that way, the broken body parts can give rise to the new individual. This is called as the regeneration type of asexual reproduction. Then the next is budding. So this type of budding occurs in Hydra as it is multicellular organism. It occurs in Hydra. Now what happens under favorable condition? An outgrowth is formed. Here you can see the structure of Hydra, and here you can see to this structure of Hydra a small outgrowth is coming out. This is called as the bud. So to this structure a small outgrowth is coming out, and that is called as bud. This bud will get nutrition from the parent Hydra, and once that get completely developed, this bud get separated and the new Hydra is produced. So in this way, from parent Hydra, the two hydras are produced. This is called as the budding process. The next is vegetative propagation. This type of vegetative propagation mostly occurs in roots, stem, leaf, or the buds. So this is called as the vegetative reproduction. Mostly this reproduction occurs in case of plants. You must have seen the leaves. These leaves can give rise to the full new plant. For example, bryophyllum. So one plant, one leaf can give rise to the another new plant. The bryophyllum plants shows this type of vegetative propagation. Potato. Potato is having a structure eye over here. You can see the eye of potato over here. So from that eye, again the new plant can be produced. So we have not taken the seed directly, but one part of any plant can give rise to the new individual. Over here, if we cut the stem in between and if we dig that, if we place that part of that stem into the soil, we will observe the new plant which is generated over here. So this type of regeneration occurs in plants through the vegetative parts like root, stem, leaves. So in this way, this type of vegetative reproduction occurs, or the vegetative propagation occurs. The next type is spore formation. This spore formation mostly occurs in fungi. You must have seen this fungi on the braids or bhakris. So these fungi are having the spores on it. These spores, when they are released, these sporangium get broken down and those spores get released, and these spores germinate in moist and warm places, and the fungal colony is produced. These are the sporangium. Inside that the spores are there. They get released when the sporangium sac broken down, and those spores germinate in moist and warm place, and the new fungal colony is produced.